Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton added 3,395 passing yards in 2018 to his record for the most in the NFL by a former Auburn player. The 2010 Heisman Trophy winner did that despite a sore throwing shoulder that affected his play in the second half of the season, caused him to miss the final 2 games and led to surgery in January. Newton passed Jason Campbell for the most passing yards among Auburn's NFL alumni in 2015, when he won the league's MVP award, and increased his lead to 11,698 passing yards in 2018. Newton's 2018 passing total alone would put him 4th on Auburn's all-time NFL passing list. Cam Newton expects to reach next level after aching shoulder wreck. 2018 season. The bottom 4 players of Auburn's top 10 aren't even quarterbacks. Of the 21 former Auburn players who have thrown a pass in an NFL game, only 7 of them are considered quarterbacks. The one QB not on the top 10 list is Damian Craig, who had 34 passing yards for the Carolina Panthers in a 2001 game against the Miami Dolphins for his NFL output. For more of Al.com's comprehensive coverage of the NFL, go to our NFL Pagath Top 10 NFL Passers among Auburn alumni, as measured by passing yards, Me 1. Cam Newton, 28,469 passing yards. Carolina Panthers 2011 to 2018. Newton has completed 2,321 of -3,891 passes with 182 touchdowns and 107 interceptions for an 86.4 passer rating. The first player picked in the 2011 NFL Draft, Newton holds the NFL record for rushing touchdowns by a quarterback with 58. Donald Morale 2. Jason Campbell, 16,771 passing yards. Washington Redskins 2005 to 2009, Oakland Raiders 2010-11, Chicago Bears 2012, Cleveland Browns 2013, Cincinnati Bengals 2014. Campbell completed 1,519 of -2,518 passes with 87 touchdowns and 60 interceptions for an 81.7 passer rating. Campbell was Washington's starting quarterback for 5 seasons and Oakland's for 1 season. 3. Dick Wood, 7,153 passing yards. Denver Broncos 1962, San Diego Chargers 1962, New York Jets 1963-64, Oakland Raiders 1965, Miami Dolphins 1966. The former Lynette standout completed 522 of -1,194 passes with 51 touchdowns and 71 interceptions for a 52.9 passer rating. Wood made a tour of the AFL, playing for 5 franchises in 5 seasons. He was the starter in his 2 seasons with the Jets. George Rose 4. Dieter Brock, 2,658 passing yards. Los Angeles Rams 1985. The former Jones Valley standout completed 218 of 365 passes with 16 touchdowns and 13 interceptions for an 82.0 passer rating. Brock's experience at Auburn consisted of backing up Pat Sullivan before transferring to Jacksonville State. But he has more pro passing yards than any player on the list. He piled up 34,830 passing yards in the Canadian Football League. Brock got his NFL opportunity at age 34 and spent his only season in the league as the Rams starter. 5. Pat Sullivan, 1,155 passing yards. Atlanta Falcons 1972-75. The 1971 Heisman Trophy winner and former John Carroll Catholic standout completed 93 of 220 passes with 5 touchdowns and 16 interceptions for a 36.5 passer rating. Sullivan started 4 games in the NFL. 6. Travis Tidwell, 493 passing yards. New York Giants 1950-51. The former Woodlawn standout completed 33 of 76 passes with 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions for a 48.8 passer rating. Tidwell was the 7th player picked in the 1950 NFL Draft, but his NFL career consisted of 14 games. 7. Gafford, 265 passing yards. Miami Seahawks 1946, Brooklyn Dodgers 1946-48. The former Fort Deposit standout completed 18 of 44 passes with 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions for a 53.7 passer rating. Auburn's first 1,000-yard rusher, Gafford was a halfback and wingback in the pros. He led the All-American Football Conference in kickoff return yards in 1948. 8. David Beverly, 129 passing yards. Houston Oilers 1974-75, Green Bay Packers 1975-1980. Beverly completed 4 of 6 passes with no touchdowns and no interceptions for a passer rating of 109.7. Beverly had been a quarterback at Sweetwater, but he was a punter in the NFL, averaging 38.1 yards on 586 career punts. All of his passes came from punt formation. Mark 9. Ronnie Brown, 63 passing yards. Miami Dolphins 2005-2010, Philadelphia Eagles 2011, San Diego Chargers 2012-14, Houston Texans 2014. Brown completed 4 of 12 passes with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions for a 91.3 passer rating. Brown was a running back who had a 1,000-yard rushing season in 2006. A couple of years later, he sparked a mini craze for the Wildcat formation in the NFL. 10. John Kilgore, 47 passing yards. Los Angeles Rams 1965-67, Chicago Bears 1968, San Francisco 49ers 1969. All of Kilgore's passing yardage came on one completion, a 47-yarder to defensive back Claude Crabb against the Green Bay Packers on deck. 18. 1966. He threw one other NFL pass, an incompletion, 2 years later. Kilgore's passes came on fake punts. As a punter, Kilgore averaged 41.0 yards on 234 career kicks. Auburn's top 10 NFL rushers. Auburn's top 10 NFL receivers. Mark Bennett is a sports reporter for Alabama Media Group. Follow him on Twitter at @mark1.